I'm here with Pete Berdusco, President and CEO of Guyana Goldstrike. The symbol is GYA on the TSX Venture Exchange. Welcome, Peter.
Thanks for having me, Leanne.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've been involved in capital markets, private market as well, 15, 20 years, various roles, executive roles, board of directors, corporate development, and recently, the last number of years, been strictly focused on mining. I really believe that the mining sector is going to do very well, and in particular gold. I really I like gold. I believe that gold is going to, there's going to be a strong bull market coming with gold, and I wanted to be involved with the gold market in terms of exploration and even development of properties that will bring value and take advantage of this gold market that'll be coming up.
So you recently got a property in Guyana. Why did you pick Guyana?
Yeah, Guyana's under the radar, and being leading edge, there's advantages for doing that. So there's advantages in terms of finding properties that maybe your peers aren't really looking at. And we were fortunate enough with the Marudi Gold Project to do exactly that. Being in South America, there's a tremendous amount of gold in Guyana and in their surrounding area. The Guyana Shield is represented in terms of the geology there, and so we knew we were in the right place, and being underexplored, that's where we wanted to be. But more importantly, in terms of Guyana specifically, it's British-speaking common law. You have an established mining act that's there, English-speaking. So there's a lot of attractive features in terms of the country itself that you'd want to be doing business in.
Well, that's nice that you're in a mining-friendly country.
It definitely is. It helps a lot. And again, English speaking, as an investor, you don't maybe see what happens behind the scenes, but sometimes you're dealing with countries, you're maybe in West Africa and it's French speaking, and you need to go through the translations and all of that, and it can be a little bit cumbersome.
Can you please tell us about your Marudi Gold Project?
So what we're excited about is that, and what we've been rallying around in terms of our slogan is being a near-term producer and advanced explorer. So we have the best of both worlds. We have the ability to work and grow the ounces we have and develop them, but also have the soft exploration that I like to use. We know where we can add to these hard rock ounces. And you couple that with the fact that we have the gold and saprolite. Those investors that are watching that don't know the term saprolite. Saprolite basically is the soft, broken down, weathered down rock that you'll find at surface all the way down to about 40 or 60 meters. And there can be a good amount of gold in the saprolite. And the gold in saprolite allows us to do some bulk sampling and get some sales generated over the short term. And so that's our focus. Short term is 6 to 9 months, establish the baselines with the gold and saprolite, get some sales going, and then also start to expand and work the hard rock, the historic hard rock gold that we have. And that's a nice combination, and it sets us up really well for successes.
How did you come across and acquire this property? When
you're looking at properties in other parts of the world, you really need to be working with individuals that are from there, have experience from there, know how to do business in the country, know the players in the country, know how to have access to properties. So we've done this through our country manager actually, and through him we were able to hunt down this property, and we were able to successfully close a transaction on it. Our countryman spent almost 15 years doing business in Guyana, so we're very fortunate to have excellent experienced management team on board, a big part of our success.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Having people on the ground in the country.
It's wonderful, and it's absolutely necessary to successes anyways for a company like ours.
So what are your plans for the upcoming year?
Well, we're going to be focused in the next 6 to 9 months on the gold and saprolite. What we want to do is establish the baselines. We know there's gold in the saprolite on our property. We want to establish baselines and be in a position where we could do some bulk sampling on the saprolite. It's not a new model. Guyana Goldfields, who's the sort of the main the main player in Guyana, a mining company in production. They mine both the saprolite, the gold that's in the saprolite, and the hard rock as well. So we're basically following their lead on this. So that's our immediate. And then moving forward from there, we have a historic mineral resource estimate on the property of just under 900,000 ounces. And what we want to do is increase that. And the two main development sites are open in a number of areas to increase those ounces. So I call it soft exploration because we know that we can increase on those ounces. So there'll be some real good exploration that we can increase the ounces on the property. So that's going to be our little bit longer term play on that.
And how big is your property?
Oh, it's about 13,000 hectares, so it's quite extensive. Yeah.
And are you near to towns and infrastructure?
We're in the southern part of the country, so we're about 4 to 5 hours away from the major town. So the accessibility is that we have all-season roads, so it's very good in terms of accessibility in that regard. And because of prior operators, we have an established mining camp on the property. And that's really key. So we've been really fortunate to have an opportunity here with Marudi, the Marudi Gold Project, to do something special.
That's great, having a ready labor handy is wonderful.
Absolutely, yeah, it can't go wrong. I should add that we just had maybe you didn't see it, but we just had a news release go out, and we're really excited about it. This has to do with the Alluvial Miners. And so these are local miners that make their living, their day-to-day living, and we've, with the full support of the government and the local communities in the area, we've established a cooperative agreement that we allow these local alluvial miners to work the streams and areas on our property to make their living, and we collect a royalty from that. And so we were able to have some sales right off the bat here. Have some sales from our property regarding the alluvial. For a public company, it's not really our main focus, so to us we see this as a bonus or a credit type of situation, but we just poured 2 doré bars from that. And I've had calls throughout the last few days of individuals saying, I think you're the only junior miner I know that's sort of it has some sales or some production from alluvial. So it's a nice scenario for us, and it's nice to have a little bit of sales from that.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Can you explain to our viewers the difference between alluvial and hard rock?
Alluvial, or even the saprolite, it's done really at surface. It's similar to a placer type of operation, but where hard rock is more of your traditional, and you need substantial capital costs. And we're hoping that we can move down that road to where we can be looking at PEA or on a type of a resource estimate on our hard rock that can put us into that position. But yeah, in terms of the capital costs are very different, whereas with the alluvial and saprolite, with a placer operation, you can get into sort of a bulk sampling type of situation, relatively low on keeping your costs low.
Oh, that's great. How's your balance sheet looking?
Yeah, really good. So we closed our transaction on the property earlier this year, and with the closing of that transaction came with a $1.7 million raise. And so we're well funded, and it's put us in a great position to establish our baselines, finalize the deal with the cooperative agreement with the alluvials, and to begin our steps with the exploration on the hard rock.
Wonderful. Is there anything that you'd like to tell us that we haven't covered already?
I just encourage our viewers, investors that are interested in learning more about the company, to visit our website, and don't hesitate to send us an email at info@GuyanaGoldstrike.com, or reach out and give us a call.
Wonderful. Well, it's very nice to see you again, Peter.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for the update.
You're welcome.
I'm Ann Wolfin with Investmentpitch Media.